Hey there YouTubers, and welcome back to another exciting episode of Beast Bits. And today's episode we're going to count down the most incredible abilities of wildlife's most talented creatures. Today we're looking at the top 10 animals with truly amazing and unbelievable abilities, from shocking super senses to cool defense mechanisms. Get ready to have your mind blown by what these animals can do. Let's get wild, and so without any further ado, let's get straight into this. And number 10, kicking off our countdown, is the mighty mantis shrimp, a small crustacean with a punch so powerful it's like getting hit by a speeding bullet. Thanks to a complex spring-loaded appendage, the mantis can strike prey with the acceleration of a .22 caliber bullet. Researchers estimate the impact generates forces of up to 1500 newtons, even though the shrimp is less than a foot long. Well, let's just say you do not want to be on the receiving end of one of those punches. And at number 9, what's green, brown and can disappear right before your eyes? The chameleon. These clever lizards are masters of camouflage thanks to their specialised skin cells that allows them to change colours in the blink of an eye. This helps them blend into their surroundings to avoid predators and sneak up on prey. Some chameleons can make over 20 colour changes per minute. Talk about a quick change artist. And next up at number 8 is a super skilled animal, and it's the incredible archerfish. Living in mangroves and estuaries, this fish has learnt how to turn water into a deadly projectile. By snapping its gills, it can fire a stream of water up to 5 feet to knock insects straight out of the air into its mouth. Now that's a skill not many other animals have on their resume. And number 7, you've heard of dancing bees, but did you know they actually use dance moves to communicate? It's true, when a honeybee scout finds a new source of nectar, it returns to the hive and performs a waggle dance. Basically, figure 8 motions that tell other bees the direction and distance to the nectar. The duration and intensity of the waggling gives very specific instructions. Who knew bees could be such great choreographers? And so number 6 on the list, you know what they say about elephants never forgetting? Well, turns out their senses of smell is just as impressive. African elephants can detect water sources up to 12 miles away. They can even smell the difference between ethnic groups of humans. Talk about super sniffer. This powerful sense of smell likely helps elephants survive in the harsh African landscape. Coming in at number 5 are everyone's favourite nocturnal flyers, bats. Bats actually have very poor eyesight, so instead they use ultrasound frequencies to essentially see with their ears by interpreting the returning echoes. This allows them to orient at night and find food, and some bats can detect objects as thin as a human hair. Talk about crazy bat sonar. And up next at number 4, meet Clark's nutcracker, a type of bird with an insane ability to remember storage locations. During the summer, nutcrackers can stash up to 30,000 seeds in locations of over 15 square miles, and shockingly they can remember where 90% of the seeds are to retrieve them months later. Now that's a bird brain with an outstanding memory. And man's best friend, the dog, makes it to number 3 thanks to its incredible sense of smell. Dogs can detect scents at concentrations nearly 100 million times lower than humans can. Their incredible flexible noses even allow them to differentiate between identical twins just by scent alone. No wonder we use dogs for tracking, search and rescue. And now we're on to our runner-up, and that is the multi-talented mimic octopus, one of the most skilled impersonators in the ocean. This Indonesian creature can transform its body to imitate flounders, lionfish, sea snakes and more. It's thought this helps the octopus deter predators or sneak up on their prey. By mimicking toxic animals, predators are more likely to avoid it, and by acting like other species, it hides its true identity from prey. And so finally onto the number 1 spot, and this goes to the polar bear for their outstanding hunting abilities. These bears can detect seals under 3 feet of ice and sneak up on them undetected by masking their approach and sliding slowly across the ice. They are also capable of patiently waiting in the same position for hours until a seal surfaces. Plus, polar bears' huge paws act like snowshoes and keeps them from slipping in the ice. Their thick water repellent fur and layers of blubber allow them to comfortably swim in icy waters too. Truly an animal engineered for hunting in the Arctic. Well, those were the 10 most incredibly skilled animals on the planet. From super senses to stealth hunting abilities, it's amazing what wildlife can do. Nature sure can put our human talents to shame. But that's all there is for this episode of Beast Bits. I hope you enjoyed it. And make sure you like and subscribe and tune in next time. But always remember, keep exploring and stay curious.